Hi, I'm Chappell. Today I'm going to talk you through the arrangement of City of Blinding Lights. This is one of U2's greatest songs, and really I think one of the greatest songs of the early 21st century. So there's a very long instrumental introduction, which is characterized by this piano line, which I think of as sort of a gently chiming bells kind of line. There's also a really fast repeated note guitar line. So, towards the end of the introduction, I wanted to combine those two things along with a bass part. So what I did is I took the repeated guitar note and I split it up between the two hands, which actually makes it a lot easier to play, and that means that both hands can be doing two things at once. So the right hand's doing both the chimes and the top of that repeated notes, whereas the left hand's doing both the bass and the bottom of those repeated notes. So, put it all together and it should sound like three parts, like I had three hands. Next, when the verse comes in, we need to add the vocal melody, of course. So, I believe that it's possible for the piano to be the entire rock band. So, in this case, we have the voice down here, we have the electric guitar up here doing this kind of staccato line. We have the bass here. So, what's missing? The drums, of course. All too often, people who are arranging rock and pop songs for the piano ignore or forget to do anything with the percussion line. But the percussion, that's what makes us move, that's what we groove with, that's what carries us through the song. So it can be a very simple way to incorporate that. Here I just placed a low note on beats 2 and 4. So the bass part added with that. Yeah, we do get a little bit of that sort of snare drum feeling, all right? So here's the drums, bass, voice, and guitar. Right. I feel that even when an arrangement is instrumental, it's possible to be influenced and inspired by the lyrics. And so here's a good example in the middle of the second verse. The lines are, I've seen you walk unafraid, I'm naked in the clothes you made. Do you see the beauty inside of me? So just playing the notes on the piano by itself is not particularly inspiring. Like, it's fine, but there's nothing really special about it. So what I decided is that this phrase needs to build greatly in intensity and then come to the most vulnerable. Can you see the beauty inside of me? It's a very vulnerable thing for anyone to say. So with growing intensity, as the melody rises, I add more and more harmony notes below it. So we start out with 2 harmony notes. Right there we get 3 notes, 4 notes, 5 notes, yeah? Then coming back down, we have just a single note below. But it's not the note we expect, right? It's not like thirds, like... Right, which is pretty and all, but that doesn't really have any oomph to it. So instead... Yeah, basically this little counter melody that's sort of wandering around. So all together with the accompaniment here. the sparser texture in the accompaniment really helps there, because a lot of the song is a very dense, very active accompaniment. So here, just to pull it back a bit really helps the intimacy of that moment. So I wanted to show you the climactic bit. Yeah, in this song it's the pre-chorus, which is actually the climax. So Bono's singing, "Oh, you look so beautiful tonight." Now you can play that on the piano, doubling the melody in octaves, like. But it's not very inspiring. It's just not exciting. Yeah, it doesn't convey nearly as much as what a voice singing that up in the top range conveys. So I've developed this technique that I called messy octaves. The idea is that you're playing the melody in octaves, but you're also playing an extra note, like, yeah, like a second apart. So it's like, it's dissonant, but it doesn't sound terrible. Yeah, I'm all about the dissonances which make things sound better. So that's how this ends up. Now I'll add the left hand. Now the left hand here is incredible because remember those chiming octaves at the beginning? It was 4 notes down, and then a different 4 notes down. Here, in the pre-chorus, the bass line is 4 notes going up, and then a different 4 notes going up. Yeah? Definitely a connection, but you don't notice that until you spent quite a lot of time listening to and thinking about a song, like I've done with this one. All right, so here we go. Yeah, so as you heard, at first I do it up high, then I do the melody down low, and then I actually do the melody with both hands, so it's like messy octaves turning into 6-note chords. Yeah, now when I'm doing that, I no longer can be playing the bass line where it used to be. So instead you saw my left hand has to jump up and down like playing stride piano, yeah? Yeah, so that's really fun. All right, right after this is one of the quieter moments in the song, which is the final chorus. So the only lyric is, "In the city of blinding lights." So this is where I actually do a 5-layer sandwich. So the low bass notes are tolling slowly. There's sort of a percussive line above that. There's what I think of as a guitar line in the mid-range. There's the piano chimes from the beginning. And then, of course, there's the vocal melody. All right, so listen for all 5 of these things happening at the same time. Hope you've enjoyed this little look behind the hood of the great engine that is City of Blinding Lights. Go and listen to the whole thing and enjoy. Thanks a lot. See you next time.